everybody, and welcome back to yet another wonderful session on your favorite YouTube channel, Bhanzu. And we are here back again live with yet another wonderful session for all the grade 7 students. And today we are going to do part 2 of fractions and decimals, where I am going to teach you. 1 minute, I guess there's one. All right. So we are going to learn about how to multiply decimals. We all know how to do multiplication, right? So today we're going to learn on how to multiply decimals. I'm going to tell you a very easy peasy way to do it. All right. So let us get started without any further delay. And here we go. Welcome to Bhanzu classes. I hope all of you had a blast of a day. This is your educator Haripriya. Let us get started with lesson number 2 of fractions and decimals. Now, if you haven't watched part 1 of this particular chapter, please go watch it, because I have done multiplication and division of fractions there, right? So you can go learn about all of that there. And today we'll be learning about multiplication of fractions. All right. Okay, just give me a minute. All right, so if you're someone watching this live, do not forget to hit the like button right now. I can see 6 people are watching live. So guys, come on, hit the like button and mark your attendance. Also, share this video with at least one friend of yours, guys. Come on. सबके पास दोस्त तो है ना? Yeah, everybody has friends here, right? So share this video with at least one friend of yours and help them out study maths in a very easy peasy way with us at Bhanzu. Also, do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to it yet, because as a videos we will be doing every single day. Alright, so we are here to take care of the school curriculum of yours, especially for mathematics. Okay? Alright, so let us get started. So what are we going to do in today's session? We are going to I'm going to first give you a quick recap about what exactly do we mean by decimals, and then we will be learning about how to compare decimals, and then we will be talking about multiplication of decimals. Alright, so let us get started. But before that, if you want a greater insights into all the concepts that are there in mathematics ki, yaar, how did decimal numbers come into picture? Natural numbers aaye kahan se? है ना, ऐसा नहीं है कि ना, like somebody it was already there way before. Someone invented it, right? Someone discovered invented these numbers. So how did this evolution happen? If you want to know greater insights into concepts of mathematics, do book a free demo with us. The link is there in the description box, and it's an absolutely free demo. You just have to register and my team will give you a call. All right, so let us get started. Do not forget to hit that like button if you haven't hit that yet. Cool. So let us get started. And if you have any doubts, you can either post it in the live chat or you can post it in the comment section if you're watching this video after the live ends. So we are going to start off with introduction to decimals, right? So what is a decimal number? A decimal number is that which consists of a whole number part and a fractional part. And what is there between them? There's a dot. So that dot is called as a decimal point, right? So if I have a number, for example, 72.46. So this 72 is called as a whole number part. And the numbers that are there after the dot, after the decimal point, are called as fractional part. Why are they called fractional part? We're going to learn about them very soon. So as you can see here, the numbers before the decimals, basically the number to the left side of the decimal point, come under the whole numbers, right? So they are whole numbers. Now here, so the unit system, the place value system that we have already learned, is what is applicable here, right? So we have learned that in grade 6 in knowing your numbers. है ना? The ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s and so on. Now, to the right side of the decimal point, you have few numbers. Now, what are they called? We can't call them ones, tens and hundreds, right? We can't call the same thing on the right side and the left side. So you'll be getting confused. So that's why we will be calling them tenths, T-E-N-T-H-S. Why? Because this is 1 by 10. And that's why it is 0.1. We'll be learning that in division of decimals. Hundredths, 1 by 100. So that is why we call it as a fractional part, because it is 4 by 10, 6 by 100. So when you are expanding this, you will write it as 70 plus 2 plus 4 by 10 plus 6 by 100. There's no 1th place. No, we're going to start off with 10th place. Now, if you want to know why are we going to start off with the 10th place, why is there no 1st place, you will learn all of those insights in our Bhanzu curriculum. So, do not forget to book a free demo. It's there in the description box. Okay, the link is there in the description box. Alright. So, इसीलिए we call this as the whole number part, and this we call it as the fractional part. Alright. Now, how do we compare decimals? Remember, we compared numbers when we were studying knowing your numbers in grade 6th. Similarly, we are going to compare decimals also. How? So, whenever you have two decimals in front of you, first look at the whole number part. What is the whole number part here? The numbers which are there on the left side of the decimal point are the whole number part. So, here you have 35, 25. So, when you had to compare normal one, when you had to compare, normal two whole numbers, then what do we have here? 35 is greater than 25. So, even in decimal points, it applies the same. It is the same rule. So, 35.52 is greater than 25.34. So, now you will ask, ma'am, what if this is also 35, this is also 35? So, what do we check? We check the next place. So, here you have 5. Here also you have 5. So what do? We again check the next number. Here you have 0 and here you have 2. Clearly 2 is greater. So 35.520 is greater than 35.502. Alright. Okay. So let us get started with solving few questions here. Which is greater? 1.09 or 1.9. So as you can see here, the whole number parts are the same. So what do? We hop on to the next number, right? 1 and 1. So we hop on to the next number here. So here we are comparing between 0 and 9. Which one is greater? Of course, 9 is greater. So 1.9 is greater than 1.09. Alright. Now what about this? Here also you have 5. Here also you have 5. So we hop on to the next number. So here you have 5.234 and here you have 5.233. So 5, 5. So we hop on to the next number. 2, 2. It's again the same. So we hop on to the next number. 3 and 3. So now what is happening? Even this is also the same. Hai na? So what do? We hop on to the next number. 4 and 3. So clearly 4 is greater than 3. So that is why 5.234 is greater than 5.233. Right? So now what about this one? 6.7. 6.700. Now let me tell you something very interesting here. Now after the decimal point, if you have one single number and after that you have nothing. So it is equivalent to saying that I can add as many zeros as I want. The value is not going to change. 7.2 is the same as 7.20000 and so on. It's the same. You add how many ever zeros you want to, the value is not changing. Alright. So that's why we have two equal decimals here. So it does not matter if there is zeros, if there are no zeros here. 6.7 is equal to 6.700. Because the decimals after the zeros after the decimal points actually are of no use. But suppose you have 7.2 and here you have 7.002. Does that mean zeros does not have any value here? They do. Because you still have this 2 after those zeros. You should not have any other number other than 0. Okay. Now here I can keep adding zeros. It's the same as 7.002. Alright, so here 6.7 is the same as 6.700. Alright, now let's come to the main topic of today's class, which is multiplication of decimal number. Now the trick here is, the method that you'll have to do is forget that you are multiplying decimals. You're like, ma'am, we are learning multiplication of decimals and you're telling us to forget that we're doing that? Yes, but you remember decimal, you remember multiplication of numbers, right? If I give you two numbers, you know how to multiply, right? Suppose you have 14 multiplied with 6. So what do you do in your usual school method of multiplication? 6 into 2 is 2, 6 into 4 is 24, 2 carry over 4, 6 into 1 is 6 plus 2, 8. So the answer is 84. Henna, this is what you do in your school method. Now, why am I telling school method? Because we have our own Bhanzu's method of multiplication, which will make your life an easy peasy one. Do let me know in the comment section if you want to learn that one. Okay? So, it's not a trick. You'll always forget tricks. It's a logical method that will help you multiply faster within seconds, which is very different from the school method. Alright, so do let me know in the comment section if you want to learn about that one. Alright, chalo. So now this multiplication is something we all know, hai na? So when you are multiplying decimals, what is that you will have to do? First, multiply the decimal numbers as whole numbers. Okay, suppose you have 3.72 multiplied with 1.2. Suppose you'll have to multiply this. So what do? Multiply them as whole numbers. Multiply it as 372 multiplied with 12. First, do like this. Next, after once you get the answer, count how many digits are there after the decimal point, and in the answer, leave so many digits and place your point. Samajh nahi aaya? Let's take an example. 5.2 multiplied with 4. So what is happening here? Let's multiply it as 52 multiplied with 4. That's why I told you, forget that you're doing a decimal number multiplication. So we're going to multiply numbers as they are whole numbers, something that we already know. 4 into 2 is 8 and 5 into 4 is 20. Now the second step is put a decimal point and see how many digits are there after the decimal point. So when you can see here, there's only one digit after the decimal point, which is 2. And here, how many digits are there after the decimal point? 0. No digits are there. So, totally, we only have one digit after the decimal point in the two numbers that we are multiplying. So, what we'll do is, we will leave one digit from the units place and place a dot. That is it. Okay? One more we'll solve. Let's do it. So, here you have 1.05 multiplied with 2.1. Now, we are multiplying two decimals here. So, what do? First step, multiply them as if they are whole numbers. So, you multiply 105 with 21. Hai na? I know it is 1.05 multiplied with 2.1, where they are the two decimals, right? But we are going to multiply them as whole numbers to make our lives easy peasy. Alright, so here you have 105, then you'll have a 0 here, then you'll have a 10 and 2, so you have 2205. Hai na? Now, what do? We count how many digits are there after the decimal point. So, we'll immediately keep a decimal point here. So, here there are 2 digits after the decimal point, and here there is only 1 digit after the decimal point. So, total mein kitte digits are there? There are 3 digits altogether. 2 here, 1 here. So, coming to the answer, we will leave 1, 2, 3 digits and place a point. So, the answer is going to be 2.205. So, totally, we have 3 digits after the decimal point. So, we will leave 3 digits from the right side, from the ones place, and we will place a point. So, how do we check? So, you should be having 3 digits after the decimal point in the answer. Alright. So, this is how you multiply numbers. Be very big numbers or small numbers, just follow this. Here also, let us multiply the numbers 7324 with 51. So once you get the answer 373524, once you get the answer here, count the number of decimal digits after the decimal point. So in 73.24 you have 2 decimal places. In 5.1 you have only 1 decimal place. So all together you have 3 decimal places. So how many digits will you leave from the right side from the ones place? 3 digits. 1, 2 and 3 and a point. So the answer is 373 point, that is 373.524. So guys, when you're reading decimals, you should not read it as 373.524. No. You cannot read the numbers after the decimal point like that. You have to read them individually. So you will read it as 73.24, not 24. Okay, 0.24, 5.1, 373.524. So you have to read them individually as numbers and not together. Alright. Now, one more example. Let's do it. So what do we do? A quick recap of whatever we have done till now. We are multiplying 13.75 with 5.5. So what is the first step? Forget that you are multiplying two decimal numbers. So forget the decimal points and multiply the numbers as whole numbers. So 1375 multiplied with 55. What is the answer? 75625. 75,625. But don't forget the second step. What is the second step? Count the number of decimal places. So here you have 2. Here you have 1. So totally there are 3 digits, 3 decimal places together, right? 2 in the first number, 1 in the second number. So what do? We leave 3 digits and we place a point. So we have 75.625 as the answer. Easy, no? Just 3 steps. Step number 1. Multiply the decimal numbers as whole numbers. है ना? Multiply as whole numbers. What is the second step? Count the decimal places. Third step, depending upon the number of decimal places, leave so many digits. Suppose you have x decimal places here. So leave x digits. Okay, leave x digits and place your points. Hi Ashish, welcome to the session. Which grade are you in? Are you in grade 7th? Alright, thank you for all the hearts. Okay, alright. Okay, chalo. Let us get started with a quick example again. 0.3 multiplied with 2.3. Sorry, 0.2. 0.3 multiplied with 0.2. What do we do here? We multiply as if we are multiplying whole numbers. So you have 6. Very good. But now here you have how many digits? Here you have 1 digit after the decimal point. Here also you have 1 digit. So totally how many digits you have? 2 digits after the decimal point. But yaar, yahan pe there's only 1 digit. What do we do? So we are going to add a 0. So to make it look like a 2 digit. So 1 digit, we'll leave 2 digits and a point. So the answer for this is going to be 0.06. So when you don't find another digit to leave, we place 0 instead. So here you have total of, you have to leave 2 digits and place your points. Hai na? But you only have a single digit which is 6. So what do? We add a 0 to the left side. Please remember, not to the right, to the left. You can't put 0 here and then leave 2 digits. Wrong. Alright, so we have to add 0 to the left side and then leave 2 digits and place a point. Alright, now what about this? 27 multiplied with 4. So you have 28, 8 plus 2, 10. Now here you have only 1 digit after the decimal point. Here you have 0. So totally you have only one digit after the decimal point. So you leave one number from the ones place and place your point. So it's going to be 10.8. Alright. Now, let's move forward and talk about how can we multiply decimals by 10, 100, thousands and so on. So basically, powers of 10. What do I mean by powers of 10? So let me introduce you to exponents which you will be learning very soon. So 10 can be written as 10 to the power 1. 100 is actually 10 multiplied with 10. So I can still write it as 10 to the power 2. 1000 I can write as 10 into 10 into 10. So I can write it as 10 to the power 3. What is this happening here? You're multiplying 10 3 times. So that's why I have the power of 3. I'm multiplying 10 2 times. That's why I have the power as 2. है ना? So these are called as exponents. Powers of 10. 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power 3. So all of this you will again learn in exponents and powers. Don't worry. Alright. Hi Ashish. What happened, bacha? You have any doubt? Do let me know. Alright. Okay. Now let's take up the first number. 5.36 multiplied with 10. Please remember, whenever you are multiplying decimals with the powers of 10, you move the decimal digit towards the right. MR, Mr. Remember like that. Multiplication with powers of 10, move the decimal towards the right. MR, Mr. So here we have a decimal point here. So we have to move it to the right side. So we leave one digit and place a point. Why only one digit here? Because there's 10 has only one zero. So depending upon the number of zeros, you have to move the decimal towards the right side. So the answer is going to be 53.6. Now for example here, 37.346 multiplied with 10. So what would be the answer here? You leave one digit and move towards the right. Only one digit. Why? Because 10 has only one zero here. So here you have 373.46. Alright. Now what happens when you're multiplying with 100? 100 has two zeros. So we have to move two decimal places. 1 and 2. So it's going to be 536 point. But can you leave point just like that? No. Add a 0. Because there's no other number, no? So 0 is our savior. 0 is our hero. That's why I keep telling 0 is our hero. Alright? So that's why we'll be adding 536.0. Again, remember MR. Multiplication with the powers of 10. Matlab 10, 100, 1000. You move the decimal towards the right side. Now you have three numbers, 1000. So you have 5.36 multiplied with 1000. Now you have to move three decimal places. Hai na? You have to move the decimal point to three digits towards the right side. 1, 2. There's only two digits. What do? 0, our. Now you're multiplying with 10 with only one zero. So we'll move the decimal place towards the right only by one place, one number. So 3 point. Should I leave it at just 3 point here? I will write it as 3.0. Now here you have 100. So you'll have to move two digits. So 1.2 multiplied with 100. So we have one digit. We will move another digit. So it's going to be 120.0. Alright. Ashish, you tell me. What is going to be the next one? What would be the answer for the next one here? Come on, come on, come on. I want you to tell me in the live chat. What is going to be the answer? You're multiplying 98.3 with 1000. What is going to be the answer here? All right. It is going to be, you're moving three digits. 998.2 multiplied with 1000, you have to move the decimal number towards the right side by 3 digits. But you only have 1 digit here. Where do we get the other 2 digits from? We're going to take the help of our hero, which is 0. So we'll add 2 more digits here. So 1 digit, 2 and 3 and point. So it's going to be 98200.0. Alright, good job. Okay, so this is how we are going to get to the multiplication. Now, if you want to learn deeper into mathematical concepts on whys and where did it come from, why are we even solving, why are the formulas this way, and a deeper insights into every mathematical concept, do not forget to book a free demo. The link is there in the description box below. Alright, so I'm going to see you in the next session where we will be discussing about division of decimals. You know what to do. Mark your attendance by hitting the like button and comment below and let me know if you have any doubts or anything you want to say to me. You can always let me know in the comment section. I'll reply back. Also, share this video with at least one friend of yours and ask them also to subscribe to the channel. Alright, so thank you so much guys. You people were wonderful today. I'm going to see you again in the next class. Until then, bye.